Hello, it's Karen Burniston here with an assembly video for one of our die sets. This is die number 1203, the Mini Ball Add-ons 2, Monkey and Lion, and you can check out all of our die designs at KarenBurniston.com. In this set, you'll find the pieces to style our Mini Ball pop-up as a lion or a monkey. So there is a foundational die requirement to use this set. We do offer 3 different ball die sizes. So the Mini Ball is the newest and the smallest of those 3. And you may be wondering, well, could I use these Mini Ball add-ons with some of the larger balls? Yeah, you can. It's just that they are designed so that they work absolutely perfectly with that smallest ball size. And then, of course, you can go up from there if you want to. There is a new Exact Pack 10, that features my favorite heavyweight smooth cardstock for use with the ball dies. These colors are meant for Mini Ball Add-ons 2, Monkeys and Lions. I'll be using these colors today. For the lion's body, I have done the ball itself out of brown and then used the bright yellow and the cream out of Exact Pack 10 to decorate all of the panels. Now, if you need an assembly video for the Mini Ball itself, that will be linked at the end of this video. For the ball that will be the head of the lion, I have left off 4 of the decorator trapezoids surrounding the face, and then I also didn't fully glue down the hexagon at the top. There are 2 dies in the set that cut main pieces. One of them has 4 spikes and one has 3, and they all have a score line on them. So I'm going to fold that score line to the back on all of those pieces. And I have cut 3 of the 4 spike pieces and 4 of the 3 spike pieces. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take 1 4 and 1 3 and glue them together using those tabs. So I'm just centering the 3 over the 4, and it's the tabs that are joining them together. This piece is going to go at the top of the face. So I'm going to add glue to both sides of the tab, and then I'm just going to lift up that hexagon so that I can slide those tabs in so that they're partially covered by the hexagon and just right aligned with the fold line of the Mini Ball. And then I can just give that a good press. And you can, of course, flip that over if you would prefer 4 spikes up and 3 spikes down. It doesn't really matter. For the upper half of the face, I like to use 4s on the side. So I put the fold line of the main piece right along the edge of the ball side. And for a Mini Ball, that's going to go top to bottom. If you're using the Biddy or the Surprise Ball, then you would just center it. And it's not like these main pieces couldn't have been glued on over the top, even if the decorator piece were already on the trapezoid. But if you do think of it, I kind of like to put this on first and then put the trapezoid over the top because it disguises the tab. So for the upper half of the face, I like to use 4s on the sides. But then for the bottom half of the face, I actually prefer to use 3s. And that just gives a little bit of extra room between where the mane ends and the seam between the 2 balls when the lion is put together. And I just think that it collapses a little bit easier is all. But I've seen some of the design team members put 4s on the sides, for the bottom half of the face as well. So that's really just personal preference. Okay, the rest of the lion parts are going to go on after assembly of the balls, and that's just usual Mini Ball assembly. One more main piece to go on before I can connect the 2 balls together. So this is just going to go on the underside of the head. And then I can add my glue all over that decorator hexagon that's on the bottom of the head and then just line it up right over the top of the body. You can really do that in the flat position to make sure you have a good alignment. And then once the glue is set up, those 2 will be connected together. I'm using the dies for the eyes and the nose as a guide to add some white pen detailing like catch lights. Then I'm going to add some packing tape over the top of that cardstock before die cutting the nose and the eyes. And then that way I'll actually have shiny pieces. So that's going to mimic the look of either embossing with clear powder or using something like a glossy accents over the top. So I assemble the eyes by adding the black pieces to the little white oval that is in the die set, and then I'm going to glue those eyes to the front of the lion. Then I add the nose with just some adhesive along the top so that it can actually go over the seam a bit. Then there is a die in the set to do the smile of the lion, and I'm just going to center that and put that in the bottom panel of the head. I like to use the smaller ears from the set for the lion, and there is a fold line in those to be able to connect them to the head. So first I add the ear centers, which is another die that's in the set, and then I use that tab to attach the ears to the side of the head at, whatever location and angle that I like. The hearts come included in the mini ball die set. If you were using one of the other ball dies, they also have hearts in them. For the arms, I like to brush ink around the edges and then just draw in some claws with a black pen. And then the same thing for the feet, which I'm using the same die that I used for the ears. There's a tail tuft die that I like to attach to the non-curled end of the tail, and then I just snip off the curl from the other end. And now I need to just start adding those pieces to the lion. So I'll start with the arms on the side of the body, and then the feet underneath. And I do need to make sure that I don't pin down the brad as I'm adding those feet. The mini ball on its own is hidden by a 3.5 inch width, but when you start adding add-ons, you need to increase to 4 inches, and the tail location can make a big difference in whether you stay within that 4-inch footprint or not. So if that's important to you, just make sure as you add the tail that you put it in such a way that when the balls collapse, that you're staying within that desired 4-inch width. The card size will also go up if you're using one of the larger balls. Okay, now let's switch to the monkey assembly. I went with the darkest brown for the balls themselves and then the medium brown for most of the decorator pieces except for the belly and the face. Those ones I used the craft brown. For the monkey, all of the decorating can happen after usual assembly. If you're interested in my favorite glue, it is LINECO Neutral pH Adhesive in my fine tip bottle, and we do sell both of those items on our website. Starting with the monkey's hair piece, I put that up at the top, and I usually use the same brown that I did for the balls on that piece. I used the same eye and eye assembly that I did for the lion, this time placing them below that hair piece, so a little bit higher up on the face for the monkey. There is a larger set of ears in the set that's used for the monkey, but you use the same inner ear piece. So that's the same whether you're using the big ears for the monkey or the smaller ears for the lion. Just like with the lion ears, there is a fold under tab, and that is used to connect the ears to the head. And I like to put them on the panels right next to the face. There's a solid oval die in the set that I've cut out of black with a little packing tape on it. And then there is another die that can be nested inside the oval and cut out of brown at the same time. And then what that creates is an overlay piece. So you glue the overlay to the oval, and then that will fill in the details of the face. And then for placement on that, I like to glue it to the upper half of the face so that it is overlapping the eyes just a little bit, but also kind of hanging down over the seam. So that it is going to increase the footprint a little bit, but again, you should be able to get the monkey into a 4-inch square. There is a bow in the mini ball base die set that I'm using as a bow tie. There's also one in the bitty ball pop-up, so if you're using that slightly larger ball, then you do have that bow tie option. Then I'm going to add the arms, and there is a banana in the set, so if you'd like your monkey to be holding a banana, you can just glue that to one of the arms. It is completely up to you as to whether you do the same thing as with the lion, use the ears to create feet for your monkey, or whether you want a little bit longer legs, so then you would just use the arm pieces again, and I decided on legs for my monkey. The last piece to go on is the tail, this time the curly end towards the outside, and once again you have to pay attention to the angle of it to keep your footprint of your monkey into that 4-inch square if that's important to you. So just choose a spot where you can definitely keep that within that 4-inch square. Okay, I have not designed a card yet for these cuties, but I did just want to demonstrate that when you're ready to add them to a card, you collapse the balls, open the brad prongs, get the prongs through the hole in your card, and then open the prongs on the back side and let go. And then they will spin inside your card. So you want the entire animal collapsed as you open those brad prongs, and then keep it collapsed or else the brad runs the risk of falling out into the inside of the animal. So just be careful of that so that you don't have to use pliers or tweezers to get it back in. So since these are made by stacking 2 mini balls together, I can actually get those down to that 4-inch footprint. If you wanted to swap out and use one of the bigger balls, you would just have to increase the card size accordingly. Once you start creating with our ball dies, you really can get very creative in what you make, whether or not you're using the add-on sets or kind of creating your own accessories or really just repurposing them. So this adorable Wizard of Oz card by Fran Sabat on our design team uses the lion in the middle, but then she also made her own Tin Man and Scarecrow. Here is a great accessory die to go with the add-ons, and it is our monkey and lion die set, because then you can combine the pop-up ball animals with the small animals. So in this case, Sandy Diller with a really cute lion circus card. Frances Byrne did the same thing in this card, where she combined the small monkey with the pop-up monkey, and I like her greeting, "You are chimply the best." Kelly Booth has been using a lot of pattern paper on her pop-up ball animals lately, and I just love this monkey with all those different colors and textures. And if you notice, this one's called Mini Ball Add-ons 2, maybe you've been wondering, well, what is Mini Ball Add-ons 1? And that is another add-on set for this same mini ball that makes pop-up gnomes. So definitely check out all of our different animal and character add-ons sets. Mini Ball Add-ons 2 Monkey and Lion is available now at a lot of your favorite local and online retailers, as well as from our website, KarenBurniston.com. Thanks for watching. If you click on the website link, you'll go to KarenBurniston.com, where you can purchase these dies as well as find links to our other social media accounts. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.